It sounds like they're whining and complaining about everything. I can't handle life. So rests. That's pretty much what
I like this screen a lot better than what we used to. So that works.
I prefer vocalists with testicles.
But she's though.
You don't like women lead singers?
Testicles are different because they're hot. I don't like cloyed, fucking whiny little bitches complaining about life. Just knock me out. I have fucking sick like a real man. Like who?
Fucking crying, she ain't fucking okay.
So you're saying emo bands can't sing?
These vocalists generally know how to sing.
They do know how to
They
sing.
generally know how to sing.
Nah, my God.
We should enjoy
That's
this.
going down this
There's
road
that.
again.
I don't have anybody.
So who can't sing?
I
It's emo
still
band.
don't have Bettis after all this time.
No, you fucking
So-
sit over here. I don't want to be in between those.
So, Garrett, point of order. Could Freddie Mercury sing?
Did anyone come back?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
But
I know he was gay. I guarantee he catch the cock like a real man though.
well, but no.
Is that how
my,
Hold on.
No, I can't.
Hold on.
My point
That was
is,
just a video, wasn't it?
there is.
Please tell me you got that.
I'm sure
Oh,
it was on
videos running all weekend, man.
No, I'm
My
talking.
point there.
I wonder if that caught that.
Yeah, that
Hold
has
on.
hit a lot of
Oh, Jared saying if Freddie Mercury was gay, but I bet he could pitch a cock like a real man.
I bet you he can pitch the cock like a real man though.
That's fine. You're not whining. It's the sound of their voices when they sing.
No, I never thought Freddie Mercury whining.
Angst-ridden, self-loathing, just whining bitches who hate life. You can't be in a book.
Although even there though, maybe with like the section, but with the Ramones, most Ramones songs are like most Ramones songs are like, "Ooh, let's go out and party," and then like most of the ones I'm chill.
And you know what, honestly? And the funny thing is,
You never learned how to read.
no, I really do think it also
I
is the
can't
music
read or write.
as well. Because the guy from Periphery, Spencer, he reminds me in a lot of ways of the guy from Joe Anafar. The way he pronounces his words.
I think Brad is a better singer.
But sure, but I actually enjoy Juliana Theory because it's a different style of music and it kind of fits it.
Well, you just have love, right?
They're just in, yeah, it's a great fucking album.
It is.
But like, that doesn't fit, you know?
I
That doesn't
mean,
fit like a
apparently-
really heavy metal.
Apparently it does. Or, I mean, someone thinks it does.
What the fuck, Brown? Come on,
I
man.
feel like, isn't that okay? Can't you just go, I don't need this. I'll move on.
Yeah, I don't listen to it.
I mean, Getty's been doing that thing for
This is real.
50 years.
I don't choose to listen to it, but it makes me angry. When you have a band like Periphery that could have been amazing,
I mean,
and now they're not.
Dan likes them.
That's cool. For probably the first time in ever when it comes to this style of vocals, Dan is more open-minded than I am.
I think that's impressively strange.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that.
I know, isn't that weird?
Okay.
And that's hard, dude. Like,
Good blocking, everybody.
most of the stuff Danny listens to is pop punk. It's hard, dude.
Sorry.
But at least,
It's accurate.
a lot of the pop punk she listens to,
What does she listen to? I don't even know what Dan listens to.
I'll pull up. Like, Reliant K.
Oh, well, she's Christian.
Yeah, like a lot of Christian pop punk. Yeah. 1187. I have a few of them on my thing, actually.
Covered.
It's okay more
Got
for
the
me.
best hands on my team. And I was about to get tackled.
Like, alright, if you're gonna have
I don't-
that
I don't know
style
what
of
it's like
vocals,
to
if you're gonna
be-
sound
I can
younger
get you
and more
that.
whinier, like
I'm-
you're a kid still. The music can be like, you know, it'll fit it a little bit. I don't want to hear fucking brutal gent and then have some whiny ass bass singing on top of
But
it.
you do or you don't like brand new? I don't know.
Okay.
You do? And you like that Devil and God?
Oh.
I mean,
I do.
I'm saying like Jesse, their singer.
It fits for me.
I mean, that's some.
And
That's not
he's less
fucking.
of what I would call pop emo, as he's more like an indie rock vocalist.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah, Brandon's more indie rock to me.
Right? I mean. But you're just Devil God then, right?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Have,
That's
That's all I have as well.
Actually, I think I might have a second.
they have Daisy came after that.
I don't know.
The album before that is Deja Entendu.
I don't think I have those. That's just the one.
It's very interesting. Man.
To me, it's like oil and water. They just don't fit. And I think the reason why they don't fit is because philosophically, where those two styles came from are diametrically opposed. Just why right now, to me, it just doesn't jive with my soul.
With where they came from is diametrically opposed. Because in the end, progressive metal came from punk and prog rock.
Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him!
But that's cool. Like, not
No.
all of it's gonna be cool,
I know, and
but the shit that
Well,
is
you
cool.
That
That short
it's
receiver
also
got knocked
logic
over.
with me that I
That
shouldn't
They
be
go off a
doing
seat.
because
Like, it really is like,
just like
No, I shouldn't. Are you kidding me?
Can't.
Was it your 38?
I've sold something you should have.
just feel like
My kicker sucks. He wouldn't have made it. He doesn't have enough power.
okay.
And then like some really crazy shredding and noodling with a sweet.
No, I wanted to dump it off to my running back and get the first down. He
And
got
you're like,
knocked
this is
over.
aggressive.
Get bad
And
for
then it
you.
switches into.
What's that? Get bad for you? Oh yeah.
What the fuck is that? Like,
First of all,
possibly.
Last night.
First of all, it's a Gen album, so even if he sounds whiny, he's singing about the universe, okay? The album's
I know, but just
about the
I
universe.
don't care about the lyrical
I say
content
about
at
as
that
long as
point.
I
It's your delivery that
I'll
matters.
just start kicking.
You know what I mean? Like you're just ripping the balls out from the entire like performance. To me, it's just like you know how there's been a lot of bands that we suggest to people where it may not seem like it makes sense to us, but they say this doesn't sound like it fits at all.
Yeah.
Like the vocals and the music don't sound like they fit together at all. And there's certain things that we listen to where it's like that. No, we think it fits perfect. But
Yeah,
for some reason with them, they're like it just doesn't mesh.
well, I actually had this conversation about Mind's Eye a lot with Dan.
Yeah.
I think it's Dan, where I think he's amazing. I think he's one of my favorite singers,
Mm-hmm.
and Dan doesn't think he's vocal. And so that's cool. But
Thank you.
Yeah, stylistically,
this is a little.
the sound of
And the drive continues.
emo core vocals in my modern prog metal, get the fuck out. It doesn't sound like it.
But you need, okay, you don't need it. It's happening anyway, so it doesn't matter what you do. Just allow it and accept that it's happening because
That's right, so can't throw.
something awesome is going to come out of it. You might not like it right now,
Yeah,
but something awesome is going
We're
to
gonna,
progress from
grow up and learn how to fucking sing for real.
Dude, Spencer is going. That's Spencer. He's going to sound like that.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I hang out with him.
Spencer,
I stood next to him at a bar.
you grab his jump.
No, we were all at that show up in Allentown, and he had just joined the band. Remember?
I wasn't at the show. The only time I saw Perfume was instrumental.
I saw him twice.
Was Perfume that played with Devin Townsend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were instrumental.
They weren't showing that time. That
Yeah,
was
that's the
second
one I
time
saw.
Never mind.
The second time I saw them, I think it was with I was with Murphy.
Probably Murphy and Kay.
He was. But hanging out with Spencer. And had I known what he was going to sound like later on,
Later on.
second album. First album's fine
No,
because they're not his
he's-
vocal lines.
He sounds vocally. His tone is still that tone, though.
I don't mind it as much because it's the
Ow,
vocal lines.
you are a dumb head.
No. Dude, right now, I'll go jam to Light. Light's my shit, dude. That song is amazing.
I'm confused on how you don't think that second album is awesome.
Because it's whining.
That's insanity.
It's full of emo.
The playing on that album is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
You know how important it is to me to be able to sing along when the clean vocals come in? And I need to be able to sing along with that stuff. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sing along with fucking emo.
The hook in The Red, the fucking single from them, is amazing. And then when Misha and Petrucci play together, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's over.
I know. That's what kills me. But there's amazing music that I could appreciate, but I can't get over the fact that the record's right.
Man. So I'm gonna get you into that album, and then we're gonna look at you and you're gonna laugh.
What the second perfect
Yeah.
album?
No,
I know
don't
very little from it.
Don't do it, Dan.
He's gonna like it.
Don't do it.
He's gonna like it because he likes Omega,
Ugh.
and he's gonna listen to it. And like, there's a couple tracks I'm not as into, but overall, this is pretty good stuff.
It just hearing his style of vocals makes me not want to even put up with it.
Oh,
Are you saying that you
mother.
can't even? Is that what you're telling
I'm
me?
being emo core in my reaction to
You
his
can't
vocals.
even.
I can't even. It makes me want to go like this. It's just, there it is.
How about them Cowboys?
I don't know. I guess I'm really finicky when it comes to vocals. It's the same reason
I usually am too, and I don't love Spencer, but
It's the same reason
it's a good album.
I could never get into Alien Gathering.
Oh
Because
man.
I need clean vocals, man. I can't just have fucking death
I
growling in my face. And that isn't even really it. If it was fucking Eckerthop growling at me, I'd probably be more inclined. The dude's death growls are bad, too.
I get it. Dan is also in the same
You
boat
can't
as
even do death growling, okay? It's
But
I think Spencer's better than that.
then the dude from Omnium.
You're talking about the Omnium guy.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he's terrible.
how fake I am in general.
He's terrible. I can't listen to them at all.
I'm like, I know, I'm missing out on amazing music because of that.
That band is awesome. I get it. I would never I feel like if you specifically, if you picked up the fucking album like I told you to, New World Shadows, it's got Dan Swano on there.
Yeah,
He does cleans on a couple tracks,
two of them.
and they're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And there's an instrumental track on there, which is also fucking killer. And that band is awesome. I understand why you wouldn't like them,
That was part of the thing with Shane too, is that he'd be like,
I should send them the shit.
dude, he'd be blasting. He would be blasting
Your defense is hyped.
his stuff in his room. And it would be like, I would make me realize that I also can't stand black. Just in general,
Okay, you know that could.
in general,
I thought that was going a very different place.
in general, like blast beats and the style of going from to just like, oh man,
I can't argue. I mean, I don't
So
like black
bad.
metal.
which
You do a
also
flipper.
partially depresses the fuck
Oh,
out
I
of you,
know.
because, like then you go to your Viking metal, or like you're more, I forget the names of the bands, but there's a bunch of them out there that have like 9-minute long songs with amazing, gorgeous, like really atmospheric wall of sound, great grooves and riffs. But then
Yeah.
black metal vocals on top of it, like it's pure Finnish metal.
I love. Well, I'm not a
You know what I
monolith.
mean? Oh yeah, yeah.
I like a monolith because they don't do.
And
They
then
don't do.
I think like Moonspell.
They don't do
or
the.
something. Yeah.
They do
okay.
just death growls.
Yeah.
Monolith, so I like them.
But there's a lot of bands out there like this. This girl that I knew, Chance, who was back in from a long time, 10 plus years. She now lives over there. She was obsessed with like culture and Finnish metal and all kinds of stuff. And she would just randomly send me like these songs. And man, you know, for 5 minutes long, I'd love like 6 minutes of it. It'll be 3 minutes of just like black metal vocals. And I'm like, I can't deal.
The black
Just
metal.
can't deal.
I can't. And it's the
What is that
Finnish
like,
band.
man?
It's
What is that?
in parts of Europe.
It's
To,
pretty
like, those
cool.
parts of Finland that were just just covered
He
in
was
fires for
open,
months at a
to be
time.
fair.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
like that's
Oh, no.
So what-
Putting the ball in the air and having him
It's like
come
fucking-
down
Oh,
that's where
at a player.
Scandinavia.
Doesn't matter
Well,
the
Yeah,
that's where a lot of that black
that's
metal's
pretty nice.
I can't imagine
It's
like what that
pretty
feels
cool.
like.
It hasn't
Like, if
been
you try
quite as
slightly off
often
top
this
of
year
it,
as I would like,
if
but
you
it's
try
been
to do
okay.
like genres of metal.
I
based
mean, you
on
know,
where they're
location
I just
Yeah.
want to
in
know.
Europe and go, there's a whole
I can't
sound
imagine.
of metal from right up here in northern, and then you just go a little bit into Sweden, and you get a totally different fucking sound of metal right there. And then you go to Germany, you get a totally different sound of metal there.
And you have to wonder. It almost be like a linguistics study with language, but through music to figure out like sound-wise and like tonally why,
Yeah.
and somehow try to figure that out with like what each of those countries went through historically, or what it's or like just in general what their culture is like, and how that links to their stuff. That would be an amazing thesis. That would be a research project to last your life.
Do you find it interesting? I mean, that European metal, like Finnish, German, end up going into their folk tales and stuff like that, Amorphous and stuff like that, and no one in America does it.
Right.
Not that we don't have, we have a history, not as rich as Europe, but you don't have, this is going to sound stupid, but there's no Native American metal.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
No, that totally is.
it
makes
sounds
sense.
weird, but it's
I
not.
forgot how
That's where
naked that one
in
actually is.
America, you don't have that the epic sound of metal
Yeah.
comes from Europe.
Yeah.
Like the whole Black Horse thing originally, the power metal,
Yeah.
the bombastic, just epic feel of, because that's where the epics came from, where Beowulf is from. Like,
Yeah.
They
I mean,
glorify.
and we just had this conversation earlier, different though. Every culture has their battles,
Yeah.
has their epic hero.
But the Europeans are the ones who write kick-ass metal out of it.
Well, yeah, Beowulf,
We don't.
yeah.
It's true.
Like, we don't have like a,
Siegfried.
we don't have like a Harriet Tubman metal band.
That'd be interesting.
Well, I'm sorry, slave metal? That's not even a
That's
program.
messed up.
Thank you.
That is messed
Hero,
up.
I'm saying.
I know shit. But,
Abraham Lincoln.
I just got into a.
Go, Greg.
I found one.
What?
They're called Wayfarer.
Let's go.
They're a folk metal
Come on,
band
step
from
in
the
high gear.
US.
Oh.
But
Okay.
again, if you listen to them, you're not gonna go.
Do what Greg
This
does
is
best.
U.S. folk metal. You go. This kinda
What,
sounds
folk?
like German folk
No,
metal or
he's
something
playing
like that.
well.
You're not gonna think this is
That's the
American.
thing.
Stick
I got no
That they're
quarterback, I
just
got no
quoting the
defense. What do you want
Yes.
from me?
Stick
It's
to it
very
and
good.
score some
Yeah.
points.
I like them, but you're not. It's not. what
John
we're
Hey,
Madden.
doing.
hey, it's coaching.
It's
It's
no American
coaching.
folk metal.
Coaching. Coaching place.
Yeah.
I just want to see if I type in
So it's not
American.
like the I have a dream speech. with
I wasn't
Matt-
watching the
with
whole
Matt
game. I
behind
just
it.
looked over. I seen 7-0. I'm like,
Though
oh,
I would
go.
so listen to that.
So a big part, culturally speaking,
I'd
for
try.
metal in Europe,
I mean,
A
watch
lot
the
of
game,
these
throw
bands
that shit out there, see what it's
their history.
Well,
Like,
it also speaks a lot to
Amorphous
the
is such a
culture.
good example.
So like,
From what my times in Europe was, I mean, there's something true to this. There's something to the entire culture about certain. About
I think eventually, by the
Got
law of
it.
average, eventually,
Oh.
motherfucker would come down with a ball.
Yeah.
You know, just
So
if you
much
throw 100 balls,
it's like an
you catch one, right?
of their
No.
culture and how they behave, and how they look at like honor and duty and just
Duty.
Exactly.
and just like we don't really. If you look at Americans, where we act and how we are, you can tell that we don't have that.
Yeah,
We don't
I mean,
have
to
an
them,
epic
we're
story past to be proud
I was
of,
gonna say,
really.
We're still young.
We're,
pups
we're
compared
the
to all
fucking
that.
punks.
Oh shit!
Bring it full circle.
Full fucking circle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, think about it. What did America really provide in the metal scene?
It's the best play of the game. It was perfect
I mean,
fun.
it did.
That's good.
I can't think. We
Yeah.
gave them Thrash, and we gave them, I guess, the original progressive metal. Rock. It's from
Well,
America,
they're Canadian.
no,
What's your name?
So North America.
I mean, if you really want to get down to it, we didn't give the genre, but we gave them fucking
Oh, God.
Metallica and
Who
that
the fuck
Yeah,
is
we
that
gave
guy?
them-
Yeah, that's kind of
the Bay Area thrash band.
He ruined the entire play by himself.
though.
Gave a dollar to down.
Dude, who was that dude storing meth on your team?
That's what I was saying. Dude broke off down the
What
bottom of the
the
line. I'm like, how am I supposed to run and display if that guy can't hold the block?
About like who's the greatest American classic rock band, and it's really tough
Frankie.
to come up with one.
Kansas.
American?
Yeah, because all the best classic rock bands are British.
No, it's easy to find them. Just think of the names of cities.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Kansas, Boston, Chicago.
I have thrown that same
Done.
ball 5 times.
And see, they were totally classic rock back in the 70s.
Back in the 70s.
Well,
country
yeah,
rock.
but
Chicago
they're more
existed-
fusion though.
Chicago existed in two totally different. Yeah.
American
Some of the
classic rock.
early albums were more fusion.
But
Fucking,
They're considered classic rock.
well,
That
I
is
guess
one.
my point.
Bee
My point is though that we
Got
found
that
that there
Tecmo
were
no
that
gainer.
there was a better list of individual artists than there was of bands. I mean, like Jimi Hendrix, for example.
I mean, Jimi Hendrix is a band. He was, the name was Jimi Hendrix,
Mm-hmm.
but he played with the same two dudes for how long? Like on album-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a cop-out. It's hard to beat Jimi Hendrix.
Well,
he goes up against the greats. I mean, he might not win, but I'm saying
yeah, and
Jimi fucking Hendrix.
yeah, I mean, when the first time Eric Clapton heard Jimi Hendrix play, he was like, he turns to the guy with him, and he's like, yeah, this guy's gonna put us
I've
all
gotten
out of
really good
business.
at diving because Tim
I
McDonald's
did.
been
I
here
heard
pretty much 90% of this year.
I was trying to,
It was another awesome guitar player from that era.
hit you
He was
first.
Like, we all
Because
just
that's my
liked to
tight
play.
end. At least would have had a chance.
Jimmy understood the guitar. He kind of was basically, and this is like a fucking monster. It would have been Dave Gilmour, so it'd be like a monster player who had heard. You know,
So my
like,
guy ran the wrong
we
route. He's
all,
supposed to cut down
like,
across the
fiddle
field this
around.
way, and he just
This
stopped
man-
up there, and they
Yeah,
kept
he's
going.
way up there.
the
I was
like-
covered anyway.
He was, but
Which is why
at
my-
least if he's coming down, I could try to hit him.
Yeah, I
don't
did
know.
search for American.
I really don't like that play.
The first thing
Barely
it comes
use
up
it.
with is list of Norse and
Right.
Viking metal bands. It's like,
It's good when
That's
it
not what I
works
want.
the way it's
That
supposed
sounds
So
to.
is there like a German folk metal
But it
band
doesn't
that
always
like,
do
does
that.
songs about Siegfried and Brunhilde?
I mean, Skyclad, I think is German.
Wouldn't surprise me.
They're all folk metal. Blind Guardian's definitely folk metal to a degree. Most of those songs are bardic tales of some sort. They've told tons of Lord of the Rings pieces and Tolkien stuff.
Get off me!
Yeah,
And
I
Tolkien is
seem to recall.
not real folk, but he has invented a mythos for England.
Yeah.
So that is a.
I seem to recall him being rather prominent in some Led Zeppelin songs.
Yeah.
It really is because our
Here or
culture
there.
in general is just so big.
What?
What's that?
It really is because our culture in general is just so big.
Yeah.
And you look at how America's perceived as like the hot-tempered, young, upstart, strong-willed fucking place. That's how the rest of the world
Because it's
perceives
true.
us, because it's true. And
So we're not
Yeah.
there.
we're not there.
We need to wait a couple hundred more years before we get our folk metal.
I don't think we
Well-
never will at this point.
And also,
Because by then it'll just be weird electronic
yeah,
like, squiggly
and
sounds.
also,
That'll be
if you
music.
think about it, so many of us
It'll be Klingon opera.
Yeah.
people who left the countries they were in because they were tired of it.
You're working on this Klingon opera thing,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And that's part
Totally.
of where that
Just like that if I wanted
that's
to go
part of
on
where
vacation
that comes from too.
to Finland, I can actually go hang out with people who would still seem like they're real Vikings.
Well, you're not gonna get
That's
that
the
here.
cool part.
Unless you go
Is
to
that
Minnesota and dig up some
there's
graves.
Fuck
peoples
you.
and, dude, fuck that. Like, also, you can go look at Ireland or Scotland, for example. Those people are so proud of their cultures. Like that folklore, it defines who they are.
I mean, it's unfair to judge America based on that, though.
They don't really have a sense of
Another
self.
thing we lack is a great time honored tradition of drinking songs.
America? Well, we just take everyone else.
Now, the best drinking songs of the Irish.
Oh, of course.
They were brought
Everybody
here. Like,
Viagra'd
I
up.
mean, he just
Almost.
Actually, no. You just said it. We're most of the people.
My
that
bottom
came here
corner,
were from
not so
somewhere
much.
else.
We're from
So we
somewhere
just
else.
brought them all here. We're like,
Yeah.
well, you brought the best ones with you. Why do we need our
So
own?
if the Native Americans had managed to fight us off and win and
Going for that
and
average.
survive,
Nope.
thrive even to
You
this
guys
day,
wide
We'd be
open.
having this
I
conversation.
guarantee you, they would have some epic fucking Native American folk metal.
I didn't type in Native American folk.
We actually destroyed the opportunity for American folk metal to exist when we killed Pocahontas.
actually, I'm pretty sure it was the massive plague.
Dan,
But,
but
you know,
obviously,
I know.
come on.
Which plague was that?
The plague that
The
struck North America shortly
Oh
before.
yeah,
Let's-
like
let's
that.
make
Hold
this-
on. What was like 30%?
It was over 90%.
Wow.
Because remember, the southern tip of Greenland was a Viking settlement,
Yeah.
and they kept raiding the North American coast, and they could never stay for more than a year or two at a time because the natives
So
were kicking out.
yeah.
So how could somebody as badass as the Vikings not get a foothold?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to take advantage of something.
And the reason was because eventually something killed them all.
Oh my god!
Well,
Good job.
yeah.
I think that's my first completed
although
batch.
Dan,
No, it's not.
one of the
I think
things
my
with the
second completed
Vikings,
batch.
Second or third.
Okay.
one of the things with the Vikings, Dan, is they were used to fighting.
Wide open
They were
up
used
right on
to
that.
having their amphibious campaigns over short distances. Go across the English Channel and loot a monastery or something.
That's true,
Yes,
but
they were House Greyjoy. They do not so.
But they were also, they would get a settlement on the coast somewhere, and it would only last a year or two before they got kicked out. And it's like, well, how come the Native Americans could kick them out, but not, the other Europeans that came later? And it's because they no longer had the numbers.
Well,
Everybody died in the plague.
We're talking about how the Native
Also,
Americans
We've
left.
mixed music
also the
into
Vikings.
I never call that
history
fun.
into military history.
I'm
now
sure
at
we
this
have
point.
lots of followers right now.
Dude, no. There's no
The
way.
Vikings did not have guns.
They had swords though.
They had swords.
They had
Native
two
Americans
fucking
had
helmets.
bows and arrows.
Yeah,
No,
they did
they
have cool helmets with
There were
sharp
the
horns.
horns. Those were not a
There you
thing.
go.
No, the horn.
I'm friends with many actual historians.
There's 5
No,
years.
the horn helmets are
horn
myth.
The
helmets.
horns,
Yours
are,
is
the
up,
horns
right?
didn't exist.
Yeah,
No.
they're myth.
No.
They were useless. They're talking about they would never have it.
Same people were on.
Well, yeah. Not only that, but it would give. Not only that, it would give your opponent in battle something to grab onto while they beheaded you.
Nice ball.
Go, Greg.
Yeah, no, I couldn't
So
find
there
any
was
Native
no Native
American
American
folk
folk
metal. Someone tried to come up with a list, but then they would be like, but this is really this. This is really this. I had this conversation, I forget who, there's not really a lot of Jewish metal.
No, there's
Hebrew
not.
metal.
There's that one
There's that one
dude who
person-
plays with Steven Wilson for Blackfield, and that's about it.
Oh no, there's the big one. Well, he's probably more popular, but the band from Israel. I don't like them at all.
I know who you're talking about, and I forget their name.
Why the fuck do I forget their name?
Yeah, okay. Then they're good. Musically, they're pretty good. I just don't like them.
No, I mean,
And then there's that guy. I mean, it's not really metal, but
Ravi Shankar?
no. Matisyahu.
Nazi? No.
Are you even in the same
Metal.
conversation right now?
Metal.
It's not metal.
No, that's not metal.
Got it.
Nazi.
I had no shot at that.
So, good. And I'm gonna hate saying this.
How many heroes meant to be cowards but ran the wrong way?
Gent with modern progressive right now.
It's our
What
folk
the
music?
fuck is
It's our
emo core gen? Did you just make that up?
No, that's not. That's
No,
not,
it's not made up.
It's not made up at all.
That's not true. Because America does.
Emo core is
Right now,
screamo.
right now, what you're listening to basically is a conversation.
I like how you threw that one guy off and take my guy on. That's
I mean,
how
like
like,
Sean Gilbert.
that's how that's
Right?
played.
Emo core is otherwise
81
a
inning
screamo,
power
yes.
Okay.
I like him.
I've never heard emo
He plays
core.
football a little bit.
It's the same idea. It's basically
Which my guys
hardcore,
did.
stylistic, stylistic with the emo sound.
Yeah.
So emo core is really basically, the emo
That's
with,
what I
a little,
like.
with a little more to it.
Yeah, I
a little
like
more,
that.
a little more oomph to it.
So,
For me, I prefer metalcore, which gets rid of the emo entirely, and then takes your more old school metal, classic vocalists, and mixes it a little bit more of the hardcore, modern
Greg, I'm kind of impressed.
breakdowns and riffage.
Yeah,
But
that,
riffage?
in real
Does that
football,
work?
that was a terrible
Riffage is
decision.
actually
In this
really
game,
good.
that
In
was
this
the
game, that
Like,
is
do
the
you
correct
know,
decision.
that was impressive.
Steve, do you know
Yeah.
Kill Switch Engage, for example?
Yes.
That was the right place.
Middle
to-
school.
Yep.
That's what's
You
Yeah.
absolutely made the right decision.
I can't stand school.
Thank you.
Very good.
Alright, so real quick.
And that's a
Hold on.
huge compliment.
It's
because
certainly
I never
versus
know.
hardcore.
I never
You
said-
like one of the
No,
other.
you're only because
You said
to
that,
score the touchdown
so
instead of the field
You
goal,
think that the email
time would have
scene
expired. You
is
lose by
going to
3.
be
Yeah.
Sadly.
This way,
Considered a
you
full-
only
America
lose 2 seconds if you get the field
is
goal,
known for their full.
and you have a shot at
They're
winning the game.
you know they're
So, or at least, well, you
No,
gotta try
I've
to tie
never
the game.
seen-
Full
I know
commitment.
what
Well, if you
Okay.
recover that, you have
Metal.
1 play to tie the game.
Yeah, yeah.
No, if you were
I
talking about
something.
Dr. Folk
So,
music, then
they're definitely
Fucking-
the correct call.
yeah,
You know,
very strong.
Buford.
But we're not talking about folk music as in, you
The
know.
Mumford.
I had to take a leak before the computer beat me.
Yeah, but that's not really.
That, well,
That's not really the folk I'm.
Very good game, though.
well, no, but like
No,
that
it's
right now
traditional.
is what's considered like, you know,
I'm
you're
talking about
talking
traditional
Johnny
Bob
Cash.
Dylan is traditional
Yeah.
folk music.
You're
Yeah,
talking about
Bob
Johnny
Dylan
fucking
came
Cash.
out of well,
Like
he
original
came out
country?
of folk, but